Seriously guys, you don't want to miss this. Today I've got my hands on the new V2 Darksaber from the Mandalorian series. What kind of changes did they make to the hilt? What changes did they make to the blade? How many buttons does it have? Is it more accurate than the first version that has been on the market? Don't go anywhere.
The Darksaber, it belongs to you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I really appreciate it. This is Finding the Force, where I cover everything Star Wars, from video games to theme parks, and especially lightsabers. And of course, you guys know me as Obi-Dad Kenobi. Hello there. Woo! Feeling it today. I know a lot of you guys watch who aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And also hitting that like button goes a long way. Appreciate you guys. All right, now that we got all that tomfoolery out of the way, let's dig in. And of course, I can't start this video without thanking CC Sabers for sending me this Neopixel newest V2 Darksaber. Does the blade look better, and is it more accurate than the first version that has been on the market? You guys let me know down in the comments, okay? Don't be shy. CC Sabers has a super affordable price for this Neopixel Darksaber. You have two options. You can save a little bit of money by getting an SN Neopixel soundboard. I haven't got to wield one myself, and I heard the newest version does have accent swings, which is a huge plus. SN Neopixel version is going on CC Sabers website for $400, and it's only $50 more for a Proffie V2. So I'd greatly appreciate you guys. I put a link right there in the description. It's really easy and it'll take you right to this product, but it does help out my channel if you use my discount code FINDTHEFORCE right up above. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you. So I have an idea. Why don't we take a look at the design and then we'll compare the designs. So recently, within the last 6 months, when the new Darksabers were hitting the market and becoming readily available to you guys, if you were one of those people who said, it's not dark enough for me, you are in luck. Look at this. We have got black on black Darksaber now. This is the biggest difference, is that we have this really slick gunmetal gray on solid black. The other major difference, that the prop is a single button activation switch, just like this one. The V1 did have a power and a separate button for auxiliary, which I've kind of preferred in sabers, is the 2-button. I don't know why, just my preference, but you can activate all the same features like tracks, force effects, all those things